feel connected and the best and all that stuff. But it's a trip because it requires you to step up within yourself in so many ways. And one of them is to listen to those thoughts, because we're moving from our patterns to this divine relationship, and this divine relationship is beautiful, and it requires us to not take our old patterns with us. And as I'm going through this process, and it's crazy, there are moments where I'm like, and there are moments where I'm in the most blissful joy I can possibly think about inside myself. And I'm still, even though I've gotten to certain places within myself, right? Certain places of awareness, I still look to see every day, moment by moment, how I'm looking at things, how I'm seeing things. And do old patterns want to show up? Absolutely. And now I have the confidence in myself. It took me a moment. I heard even last night, this is how like close to the edge of time there is with this journey, right? The closeness to the information, even as I'm sharing it, is I was making, a conversation. I was having a conversation, making a vow to Mother, Father, Creator. That's how I go through, and then I go through my heavens, highest family of light, because they're also good to me. And you go your way, do you? That's for sure. Do you? And I heard myself say something, and I thought it was really interesting. I said, "Trust and believe in me." And I went, "That's an interesting." I said, "I think I'll travel that thought, right?" So I traveled it, and what did I find? I found that I didn't trust and believe in myself. And then I thought about all the people that didn't trust and believe in me, and I was thinking, wow, time to change that right away. So I did. And it was as simple as this, I'll tell you. And it wasn't as simple, but it's simple now because I'm on the other side of it, right? The simpleness is that I said, wow, Susan, I apologize to you for not trusting and believing in you. And I do now. And not only do I do now, but I have so much faith in you. And so today, of course, another pattern, right? Because your whole life is in these pattern forms based on that thought, that feeling that you had, that you didn't even know you had, right? And it comes out through conversations, and it comes out through interactions. And so I was like, today I could see that my life had been layered into this truth. And it's for me to now do what you do with any child that's in a new phase. You give it encouragement and love, and you recognize every little small thing and every big thing that you can, to acknowledge how amazing and how much you believe in that part of yourself. And then that's the way all the way through. So, God, there's what else did and I did a really great, there's a meditation guy named Stephen Noble, and I'm going to put it down below in the pieces. And there was one on twin flames that came up yesterday, and that was really cool too, because that was an opportunity for me to show up for myself, and to show up with the strength that I have from my partner, to do a meditation and a clearing that leaves us both in a better space within ourselves, right? So that was another thing that I did. I did that, by the way, 3 times yesterday. I will probably do it another 3 times today, or as many times as I need to. That's the secret, is that you can continually keep going in like a workout and work your work yourself out until you work it out, until it's all the way out. And what else could I think to share with you? Like that was huge. The Steve Noble thing was huge yesterday, huge. Because I got to see how much strength I have inside myself, and for this person that I know in my heart, but I've never met in person. And then I heard this girl, and I'll look for it. It was a reading on the Divine Masculine, and she was talking about where the Divine Masculine's at, right, at this time. And I started crying, because this is the part that I was telling you about when we first started this conversation, right at the beginning, is that I started crying for joy that they're accomplishing so much within themselves. I was so excited to know it was selfless. And I was like, whoa, I'm entering this selfless phase, right? But not from making others more important than me, but from a place of going through it and having so much compassion and appreciation for what it takes, right? And that's where we're all at on this journey together, right? Is what does it take for you to find a new ground? I made this song up one time. Maybe I won't this time. I'm a little shy, but what does it take to find a new ground? What does it take to touch down? And then it goes, there was a time when all things seemed wrong. There was a time when I couldn't find myself. There was a time. And then I'd be like, find me in the middle of the night. Hold me. Tell me everything's alright. Love me in the innocence of self. Where do we go from here? I wanna know all the things that I want and I should be. See all the things that I hope that I could be. Like an innocent child, I wanna be free. That was written 1993, thank you very much. When I was trying to figure myself out. This has been a long process. Anyways, wow, that was a fear-free moment for me, because that's not something I do. So, to you, Susan, wow, you're just getting in your groove. Last but not least, thanks for taking the time to listen. Definitely to that song. But more importantly, I'm glad I shared that song with you. That's such a fun way to express myself and honor that song, because that song came really from the connection of what I felt inside my spirit, and then also connected to the divine, which is really cool. And I think I'm going to end it this way. Oh, no, okay, wait. Yes, I will end it, but I'm going to just tell you this last piece, and then I'm going to shut the heck up. So as I was seeing the journey that they were on, and I think you guys can all appreciate, we're seeing the journey that we're all on. How can you not then go to be of service, but not of service in something outside yourself? Like I'm of service, is how I discovered to be of service. I'm of service to share the journey I've been on and to reach maybe one heart out there that may be exactly where I'm at this very moment, and then there's a kindredness, the kindredness, because a lot of the process as you're going through this, you like I would tell you, and I have some pretty spiritually awake friends, I'm not having any of these conversations with any of them. This is really such a personal journey. I don't want opinions or insight right now to it. I just want to feel my way through it, and then they can look at the video later. But that's where I'm at. Anyways, thank you for listening. I will leave the links below for the Steve Noble meditation for the twin flame. That profound. So if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter wherever you're at. If you truly know that you have a twin out there, we need to help each other get to all the places inside ourselves that make us pure love. And that's really the journey. That was the thing I should have probably started with, but then it's at the end. The journey of twin flame, masculine and feminine, is about love. You know, love to its greatest possibility. And we're all discovering what that looks like in human form because it's so far removed. Oh, this was good. Maybe this will help. This one helped me yesterday too. So a friend of mine was telling me how his boss was helping him go into a job, like have an opportunity to go for a higher position job. And I was like, well, that was really cool. By the way, I never had bosses that offered that, but that's another story altogether. And that's what I thought to myself. I never had bosses that offered that. And then I thought, well, I have the divine help of heaven, that if he's being offered that from another human, right, then what is my heavenly family offering me that I can't see, because I never had the experience before of a boss doing that. So I never even thought to look in that direction. So when he said that, well, first I was super thrilled for him, but I always am, right? So that's, I guess, service to others, being super thrilled, creating that support. He calls it the fluff session, when I'm like, I'm so proud of you, I'm so excited for you. And then I thought immediately, right, service to self would be the quote unquote. I thought, oh, my light family feels like that, and then they're capable of even more. So I want to open that piece of myself up. And of course, I immediately go in and start asking how to do that. Like if he's getting this wonderful opportunity from a human, what is the heavens wanting to offer all of us? Isn't that amazing? Like all of us, not just me, that's just so beautiful. And of course it does come through people that have open hearts, and that's another way of being of service, right? Is having your heart so full that you love to give the excess out, and then fun things flow through you. And I love that process too. That's a lot of fun. That was, I would say, probably the top reason why I loved the jobs that I had, is that I had the opportunity to have a lot of ways to give. It was a lot of fun in the cosmetic world. Anyways, thank you. And I really am going to be quiet now, but I send all of you a cosmic hug. You're not alone, and this video is proof of it. And we all are taking the steps. None of us are getting away with not taking the steps. And you have an incredible array of heaven's helpers and beautiful light and love out there, just waiting for you to turn and look to see it and say, oh, I didn't ever know it was there for me, but it is. And yes, I can't wait for the reuniting of our divine masculines. But to be honest with you, this reuniting with this truth within myself is just as important, because it helps me know that that I'm preparing for something really amazing, and I'm going to be part of something really amazing within my heart and soul, and it gets me excited about greatest possibilities of what the spirit is here to do on this earth. So I have an abundance of love in my heart, so I will share it with you. I give you a hug and say I'm so glad we're on this journey together. Doesn't matter if you see this today or whenever you see it, it's always meant to resonate when it does. And thank you for letting me be part of this moment with you. Love.